The World Cup underway that always puts soccer fever at a bigger pitch, pun intended. The soccer fans that are already out there, they get enthused, but the young soccer players that have either been enthused from the last World Cup or getting more so from this one. So right now we're going to go out to Richfield, the Academy of Holy Angels. This is Mark Yueill, correct? Is that how you pronounce your last name?
That's correct.
Yeah, you are the, are the director, the owner of the Minnesota Thunder Academy. What is the camp that is wrapping up here today?
Yeah, so I'm the director on the boys side of the Minnesota Thunder Academy. Our camp today is the ECNL, which stands for Elite Club National League Edge Camp. So we've got kids here today from ages 11 all the way through 18 in a couple different groups.
All right. And what do you notice every time the World Cup rolls around? I mean, I guess what have you noticed even over the last 2 decades in soccer participation in the U.S.?
For sure, enthusiasm. A lot of fans, a lot of kids are very passionate about choosing who their favorite players are, who their favorite team is, who their favorite country to cheer for is. Lionel Messi scored a hat trick last night, so everybody's talking about that today. So yeah, it's definitely enthusiasm, and participation's ramping up.
So do you see every time a World Cup comes around maybe a boost in participation?
Yes, absolutely. In 1994, we hosted the World Cup here in the United States. We got a massive boost from that, and it's been growing and climbing ever since. Right now, with the World Cup going on again here in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S., we have more kids interested, signing up for camps. Our numbers for camps and participation, our numbers for registrations for tryouts for next season are growing every day. So it's really exciting time.
Yeah. How do you explain sort of what has been a bit of an imbalance historically that is, moving a little bit, but the way that this is certainly the biggest sport in the world and then less so in the United States? Is it because football kind of sucked all the oxygen out of the room, or is there something else here that means that the rest of the world has got such a higher fever pitch for this than the U.S. traditionally has?
I think there are a lot more options. Football is still fantastic. The numbers are booming. Baseball, fantastic. The traditional sports, obviously here in Minnesota, hockey is thriving. But more so soccer. There's more participants, boys and girls play. The outreach of soccer outside the Twin Cities into the smaller, more rural communities is growing. With the televised games, MLS has got a strong presence here in the U.S. So we're catching up to the world in a lot of ways. Publicity, participation, sponsorship. It's just it's growing. It's growing, and it's been fun to watch, fun to be a part of.
I guess I never really thought of it that way, but when you go into other parts of the world, much of the world, soccer is the sport because baseball and American football really aren't, and that's kind of what have been the mainstays here. So if you go to, say, Spain, sure, there's some baseball teams, but soccer is really the main thing. They don't have that same level of competition.
Yeah, really around the world, soccer is the main thing in most countries. Here in the U.S., it is becoming a main thing. It's more mainstream for sure. Our ethnic diversity, also known as the melting pot of the United States, is very strong, and a lot of passion for soccer is growing. There are certain communities around the country, around the U.S., that have big ethnic groups, Chicago specifically with their group, the larger communities, and soccer is now bleeding into the smaller communities all over the country. So it's a fantastic thing to have happen.
And you've been involved in soccer for quite a while. Your son plays in the MLS for the New England Revolution. So how did your family come to be involved in soccer, even prior to some of the more exponential growth we've seen in the last even decade?
Yes, I've been involved in soccer since I was young. I started playing soccer before high school, played soccer through high school and college. Our kids played soccer growing up. My ex-wife was a star at University-of-St. Thomas, so it was kind of in our house for sure. All three kids played. Jackson, who's in MLS, he played 8 years for San Jose in California first, played at UCLA. His sister played at South Dakota State. So yeah, younger brother played through Jefferson High School. Yeah, it's just, we gave them a lot of options, and they did a lot of things, both competitively and recreationally, sports-wise, but soccer ended up being the one that stuck for some of them, and that's great with me, obviously, in that I work in the industry, and it's enjoyable to watch all the time. It's just a good family sport.
Okay, and then lastly, a World Cup question here. Is somebody that knows a lot more about soccer, say, than I do. What are your recommendations for those of us who enjoy watching it, maybe don't know exactly what we're watching? What are your recommendations for viewing throughout this event?
View it with friends. That's my recommendation. We had a gathering last night. A former professional soccer player, John Swallen, had a gathering at his house. We had a big group of people watching the Argentinian game. The community that it creates. So togetherness. It's just a great thing to do with other people, whether you're at a bar or someone's house. But have it be a group activity.
All right. And before I let you go, who do you got with you there today?
Here we have Harrison Faison. Harrison is both a star defender on our ECNL team and a goalkeeper, and he's on our U13 team.
All right. Wow. He's got some great. You can let him know he's got some great hockey hair too. So maybe does he play that sport as well?
No, I do not play hockey.
Well, you look like you could. It's a great flow you got going there. What do you think as this World Cup rolls around, as you see more people get enthused about it?
I think it's nice to see more people starting to take an interest in soccer versus other sports, and also it's always just been fun to watch better teams play.
I suppose. So, what are your hopes and dreams for this sport?
Probably to.
Do you want to play college soccer?
Oh, that's what it means.
Yeah.
I want to play college soccer and then also try to become a professional soccer player.
Okay. And you're a goalie?
Goalie/defender.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for taking the time today, both of you. Enjoy the weather out there. It looks like it's cooperating for now. And enjoy the World Cup.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later.